cloud jumper was a 38-foot Jeanneau Sunshine from 1989. We bought her in February and got her ready to sail her down to the Canary Islands to cross the Atlantic with the Ark. After crossing the Atlantic, we sailed up through the Caribbean. This is the story of our third leg from the Caribbean back to our home port of Penzance in Cornwall. We left on the 3rd of May, heading for Penzance via the Azores. It was 21 days to get to Horta in the Azores, and another 12 days after we departed on the 27th of May from Horta to get into Penzance on the 6th of June. After checking the mast and scrubbing the bottom of the boat in Rodney Bay, we left St Lucia, ready to explore the Caribbean. First we headed to Marin in Martinique before heading up to Dominica, with plenty of fishing on the way. We ended up in Basse-de-Four in Guadeloupe and had a fantastic night out. One of the most important bits of equipment on the boat was by far the sound system, but some of the other bits we took with us was a B&G Vulcan plotter, we had an EPIRB, we had an Iridium Go satellite phone for basic mobile communication and downloading our weather forecasts from Predict Wind. We had a life raft rented from Norfolk Marine, a couple of VHF radios, a Navico auto helm, a hydrovane. We had lifelines to strap onto at night. We had a Spectre water maker. We had a really good fridge, an AIS and a radar. We were told when we left Guadeloupe that we needed to have plenty of fuel to allow 3 days of motoring as we get nearer to the Azores. So we ran around getting jerry cans to get the extra fuel before we left the Caribbean. A friend of mine, Jenny, had given me her dad's old sextant, and we spent many hours playing around with it and trying to plot our position using the sun. Well, it's day one and we've just filled up with fuel, got the last provisions, got an emergency bottle of gas just in case we run out of gas, and we've just motored out of Basse-de-Four Marina, and we're just heading now. We're going to be soon heading north and beginning our wonderful journey. It's Lee. Give us a wave, Lee. He's a good looking one. There's Neil. First mate. He's a clever one. Repair things. And that's me. See you soon. After 2 dinners on deck, it was already day 3. 6:25 in the morning. I've just come up on my shift. We're sailing due north. Doing nearly 6 knots. Wind speed is about 14, 15. The bird we had through the night was joined by another one, and they both, I think Neil scared them both off by all this flapping around. He's here at the helm doing a sterling job. We're going to have fish if we catch one. Oh, beauty, look at that. So the sails are nice and full, all the jibs out. These are all our jerry cans. It's all lashed, not just to the board, but it's lashed through the tow rail. Hello, I'll just talk you quickly through the galley. That's Cloud Jumper's little hob. That's the chart table with all the radio. Have a pan round, there's the cabin up there. There's a little cabin there, and there's one on the other side as well.
Last night and today we've been 4, 5, 6 knots continuous. Hydrovane going so that none of us have to sit in the blistering heat and steer.
So there's Heidi the hydrovane right at the back. It's about midnight and we've had a really good day sailing. We've been going north, we've gone past the Dominican Republic. The wind's really picked up. It's gone to about 20 knots. So we got a couple of reefs in the main. Well, we got one reef in, but we really should have had 2. So he stopped and put the other reef in and furled in the jib a little bit. We're doing 5 knots, pretty much head to wind. Choppy waves, so it's not the perfect conditions for it, but she's loving it. So are we. Morning. It's day 4. We had a pretty stormy, well not stormy, but a bit of a bumpy night with the waves. We've still got 2 reefs in the main and a little bit of jib out. Breeze is warm and looking forward to a nice day. Explain what you're doing.
I'm trying to tie a bowline the old-fashioned way.
We're both kind of stuck on this, aren't we? Here we go. This is it.
So it has to be in the tree, doesn't it? Around there. Around there. Oh, looking at it.
Looks kind of it. How do you feel, Lee?
Wonderful. Another day on the big blue sea.
On the radar, we picked up a bit of a squall coming our way, so we just kind of took in a bit more jib, adjusted the hydrovane, got on our wet weather gear, had a bit of a tidy up, and we're just going to wait for it to pass. End of day 4 today. A bit of a frustrating day. We've had pretty big waves and wind right on the nose all day long. It's the beginning of day 5, and we found this little fella on the deck this morning. A decent sized flying fish. If he was wasn't so sunbaked, we'd probably have him for breakfast. There was always plenty to do on Cloud Jumper, from the general tasks of washing, cleaning and cooking to things like maintenance and running repairs. Each morning we would do a deck walk and look for problems on the boat and give them our attention before they got any worse. Also, part of the daily task was logging where we were going, making sure we were on the right track, and just generally making sure that everything was running smoothly. We're doing 6 knots, we've got 10 knots of breeze, and I think we're going to have some really light wind for the next few days. I'll introduce you to Karen. Karen's our water maker. We fire her up about once every 3 days. Comes through to a pipe in the head. She generates, I think, about 20 litres an hour. Every 10 minutes we empty 4 litres like that, and then we stow that for our drinking water. Just a bit of a major issue at the moment. Our electric toothbrushes are not able to be charged, so we'll just swing. You see Neil is
got the multimeter out. We had them charging on the shore on the inverter, didn't we? We never plugged into shore power, did we? Oh no, we hadn't gone on.
lovely conditions. We're doing 6.5 knots in the right direction. We've got burritos for lunch.
Best burrito I've ever eaten.
Oh, you liar. Neil?
Whatever he said.
There you go. They're men of few words. Blue sea, 6,000 metres deep. Lovely day. We've sailed a really good day sailing, pretty much in the right direction. We're just coming up, hopefully, to our turning point. We're just south of Bermuda, so we're hoping to start to get a bit of easterly in soon. At the moment, the wind's not playing ball brilliantly on the direction, but hopefully in the next few hours it'll start veering round to the east and we can start heading more in a homeward sort of direction. Now enjoying the sunset, and what a nice one it's going to be. Neil's cooking sausages down below and they're smelling very nice, and we'll see what tomorrow brings. See what tomorrow brings.
A load of weed around the propeller.
Is there?
How's our diving expert?
Ah, a little bit of weed around the front.
It was time for some expert level diving. Olympic gold medalist, Paris 2024. The next day we had a beautiful sunrise. We've been motoring, unfortunately, for the last 24 hours. The wind just gave up on us in the wrong direction, but as you can see, the clouds have just started coming in, so with a bit of luck we'll have a bit of wind soon and we can finally give our little Yanmar engine a bit of a break. We've been using our tiller pilot with the helm, Obviously we can't use the hydrovane. That's been really good as well. There's 2 of those on board and it's been absolutely fantastic. Doing a really good job. We're looking forward to a bit of wind tonight and getting on track.
Good morning.
How are we today, Lee?
Oh, we're fabulous.
What have we got on the radio?
The 1976 live recording of the Sex Pistols.
What wind?
14.5 knots of wind, and it's in the right direction, and we're doing 6.8 knots.
So Neil's going to be cooking his legendary corned beef hash tonight. Can you talk us through tonight's dish?
Corned beef hash with carrot, potato, corned beef, funny enough, some funny mung bean things, almost like you could eat it.
Brilliant. Looking forward to it. Neil's corned beef hash was absolutely amazing, but a rogue wave got the better of one of the servings. Had a bit of a fairly unpleasant night with a few systems moving through, so we were reefing, unreefing, furling in the jib, unfurling the jib. That's a view of our radar. So we're creeping along at the moment, just under 5 knots with 2 reefs in the main. The next day was much of the same as this system moved past us. Good morning. Been quite a windy night. We had up to 28.5 knots Neil had on his watch, and lots of thunder and lightning. I slept all the way through it. Just hit 30 knots on the speedo. Wind just blowing from the south. Me and Neil have just rolled in most of the jibs. We've got a tiny bit of jib out, two reefs in the main. Cloud jumpers jumping around. Any news?
That's all big quiet down here.
Had a really nice day today, getting everything dry down. Weather's calmed right down from about lunchtime, but it's really quite wavy. Big waves and lots of wind all night last night, crashing, banging, slamming, getting soaking wet. It's going to be a nice sunset and just about to have dinner which Lee's cooked, so happy days. Although the weather was cheering up, Karen had other ideas.
Good morning. At the moment I'm trying to work out what is wrong with our water maker. I'll let you know when we have some water again, if not we're all going to die. We worked out it was the cooling fan on the top of the shore pump which was causing it to blow fuses every 5 minutes. She's making some water which we just tested, and I've already tasted it and it tastes like water.
Huh? What? Don't do that! No!
As you can hear, the sails are flapping all over the place. We haven't really got loads of fuel to be motoring for too long, so we're just making the most of the little wind there is when we can. Here are 31 degrees north, 49 degrees west, so we're getting there. We've turned the corner and hopefully only a week or so away from the Azores. When we had sailed to the Canary Islands some months before, the temperature had increased every day, which was really nice. Now we're heading north and the days are getting longer, but they're also getting much cooler. We've hit an area of no wind. I think we're going to be motoring for a couple of days, and we're just doing jobs on the boat really just to pass the time.
I'm re-hooking a lure.
Lee, any
I've
comments?
been imprisoned on this boat for 14 days now and I'm planning my escape, so don't tell the captain.
Lee wouldn't be in prison for much longer, as it was only a week to the Azores. It's 10 to 4 in the morning on the boat. What little wind there is right on our nose, so we've been motoring about 35 degrees north, 45 degrees west so we're getting there. We're really low on fuel, so we've got a new energy propulsion system. Keep going, we're nearly there. 800 miles to go.
Excellent.
Keep going.
Hello. I am in the chef position.
Come on, what have we got for dinner tonight?
Spaghetti bolognese, made with all the ingredients.
Hang on, it's not spaghetti, that's macaroni.
Made with all the ingredients that you have in your cupboard. All the ingredients that you wouldn't normally use to make spaghetti.
Including smoked sausage.
Yes, smoked sausages. Ratatouille. Dodgy rusty tins.
I'm refusing to eat it. I'm having a bag of cream.
Hopefully when you wake up at 11:15 you'll hear the sound of the sail splashing.
It was amazing to make it to the Azores, and we had a fantastic view of Mount Pico. It was finally time to explore and let loose, although it may have been a bit too much for Neil. We are heading away from Horta today and heading back to the UK. We ripped the mainsail on the way up, and the local sailmaker, the wonderful Sophia and Lewis, turned it around really quickly, patched it all up. I'm just putting the battens back in. I'm going to get it up on the mast.
Gonna go do some shopping in a minute and have a shower and leave.
Had our goodbyes with our neighbours there, and they've wished us well. Everyone's phoning home frantically just before we go out of contact for another 12 days. We've got a nice bit of breeze. That's Pico Island there, and we're heading out into the channel and heading north to Penzance. So see you all soon. We've had 25, 30 knots of wind all the way through the night. We've got 2 reefs in the main and a little bit of jibbow. We're shooting along at 7 or 8 knots, which we've been doing all night. Waves are a little bit unpredictable, and every now and again we'll get swiped by one on the side, which will send fuel tanks under the water, which is a bit of a worry. So they're really well lashed, as you can see. We are 41 degrees north now and 28 degrees west, and we're going to continue going north until about 45 degrees north, and then we're going to hopefully set a run line to Cornwall.
Never in my life have I so much wanted to hear dancing Queen Beaver. Which was the worst track I could find on your iPod.
And it's raining, da 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 da, raining in my heart, yeah. On day 26, we had a lovely visitor camp out on the deck for a few evenings. It was a brown booby. I think that was worse. We managed to get some maintenance done on Cloud Jumper. The next day was time for our turning point. We were on the home straight, and I was feeling pretty good about this. As we got closer to the UK, we had to take a more northerly route due to a low pressure system in the Bay of Biscay. We headed almost to the tip of Ireland before we managed to sail east and head home. After some very atmospheric night sailing, the sun rose and we were ready for another day. Excellent progress was being made, and home was not far away at all. Where are we, Neil?
Oh, it's a video. We are somewhere near Lamorna and Mousehole, and we can see Penzance.
Try and smile a little bit. That's it, there you
I'm
go.
concentrating. Doing a new knot.
You just put all the flags up upside down, you're the flag officer.
Look, exactly, I'm the flag officer, so I will decide whether they're upside down or not.
Nearly 18 months after we had left Penzance, we sailed back into the wet dock and were greeted by my dad, Kaz, Joe, Blakey, Joe and Axel, Jenny and Mike, Jago and Dan, Mike and Dave, and all of the staff at Penzance Harbour who had followed us during our adventure. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for coming down. There he is, Axel, Blakey, Joe, Jago, Mike. Oh God, thank you so much. Who? Dave, Uncle Dave. One particular friend was Jenny Gill, who sadly passed away the following year. Jenny had made us scones and we enjoyed them on the quay, and I'll never forget that moment.